What's happening, everybody? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me see who's in here. Oh, we got Christy Cunningham, Bang Bang Kiss Kiss 007, Mignon, Rosalind. Oh, what did I just do? Oh my goodness. Okay, Hope Addis, Rockabilly Daisy. Did I say? No, Marissa Anderson. How we doing? Okay, just got a few of you up in here, but I'm glad to see each and every one of you. How we doing? What's up, Caleb? Shit, dude, Caleb, these are not prison tattoos, my friend. Okay, I am proud to say that I got almost all of these from reputable artists. There was but I got them for free. There's like no way that I could ever afford all this work. What's up, Mexi? And Yvonne, how we doing? What's up? Count me in. Cherokee girl. Yeah, there's no way that I could afford these things. Especially during the time when I got them. There was a once upon a time where I was a body piercer, and the original reputable tattoo company in Miami, and I got to I was lucky enough to work with some very, very talented artists who are also friends, and slow days sitting around the shop, nothing better to do. If they feel like tattooing you and they say, "Hey, what do you think of this piece? Let's do this on you." You go, "You know what? Yeah, sure." Because they're your friends. You want them to get better at their craft, and you want free tattoos. One of the perks of working in a shop. So let's see. So guys, it's been like 2 months since Suzanne Morphew went missing. What's up, Bella Rose? It's been like 2 months, and there was that one day where they were digging on one of Barry's construction sites, and so many of us, it's hard to describe. I guess I can only speak for myself, because I was hoping for closure, but I was also hoping that they would not find anything, because what they were searching for was clearly a body. And we don't want to get bad news that Suzanne is no longer with us. We don't really have anything to indicate yet that she is no longer with us. So it's very important that we don't jump to these conclusions. I think it's very important. You guys know how vocal I am about that sort of thing. We can't, it's very hypocritical, and it's very contradictory to say that you have hope. I hope that she comes back, while pointing fingers at people and saying that they're guilty of a crime. Because if they're guilty of a crime and they're walking around like everything is all good, well, then that crime is more than likely murder. And let's just be realistic about that. So I'm not the type to jump to these conclusions without knowing enough facts. And I didn't even jump to these conclusions with Letitia Stock, because, like I said, being an asshole does not make you guilty of being a murderer, or anything else for that matter. So as far as anybody involved in this case, well, I don't know. I just don't know. And you guys know how I feel about that. I don't think it's responsible to start jumping to conclusions regarding loved ones, especially, much less anyone else, because I don't want to be accused of being a murderer if I've never murdered anybody. So I think that kind of sucks, honestly. And too many people do it. So we are going to keep going. I've got this video here, and we're going to play that, and I'm going to see what y'all think. Oops, helps if I...
Deputies on Mother's Day. Here's while out on a bike ride alone in Chaffee County. A neighbor reported that to deputies on Mother's Day.
Suzanne Morphew has been missing for more than 2 months. Fox 21's Lauren Sharf has been following this case. She's in tonight with the latest information about this investigation. Lauren.
Scott and Taylor, the investigation team is pushing forward, but so far has kept most of the updates under wraps. No new searches lately and no arrests. These blue and yellow ribbons line the road that go up to the Morphew property, a reminder that Suzanne has not returned. Neighbors in this tight-knit community tell me they want answers.
I've been here 31 years now, and no, we've had river accidents, nothing like this.
Mary Branson lives off of County Road 105 on the east side of Salida. Investigators searched there for 3 days, looking for any sign of Suzanne Morphew. Did you ever talk to any of the investigators?
They came here and talked to us. They interviewed us and asked us the same questions you've been asking me.
She says investigators used tractors and special equipment that could see through the cement.
They were digging quite a few places. They had like conferences. They'd have a whole, they must have been 10, 20.
Now, watch her mannerisms, people. Watch her mannerisms. Watch the way that she moves her head. Watch the way that she kind of looks here and there. Watch the way that her lips move. Watch her neck. Now, does anybody here think she's guilty? Listen, that's what you people sound like to me, man. That's what you all sound like to me when a grieving boyfriend, husband, loved one is up here begging for some sort of answer as to the whereabouts of their missing loved one. That's what you all sound like to me. It's just as ridiculous as me sitting there pointing that out about this old lady right here. So I just wanted to point that out. I'll continue with the video.
People investigating.
Mary and her sons learned that the construction next door was a job site for Barry Morphew, Suzanne's husband.
They searched the whole place, I think. The garage, they had all cement in that, and they tore, I thought, almost half of that up. That was a big doing.
But she does remember something strange, a loud noise in the middle of the night on Mother's Day weekend.
At first, very first, I thought maybe some truck, I don't know, whether anybody be parked in my driveway or something. But no, then it just kept running, and it just seemed in the same direction line it was over there. And I've been hearing all this noise for, like I say, quite a while.
Mary says she has a good memory, but is hard of hearing. She says the noise had to have been really loud to have woken her up.
I've been hearing those machines for quite a while, and I thought it sounded like one of them running. And I sat up in bed, and I said, it is one of them. What's going on? This time of night, that's ridiculous, unless they had orders to move it or something. So I lay there and listened. It kept going and going and going for about a half an hour. I finally got up to check, and as I opened the back door, it stopped. And so I thought, maybe they were just moving something or what, so I did not go out to investigate.
At the end of May, when investigators left the search site, they said they were unable to make any connection to Suzanne's case.
That old lady's a stone cold killer, dude. If I ever seen one in my life, that old lady's a stone cold killer. Who knows? Who knows what she's done? Look at her face. Look at her. All right, you got the
time,
point. You got the
Chaffee
point.
County Sheriff hasn't said anything more about it publicly or to Mary.
So we'll keep wondering.
I can't believe.
Did you see her smile there? Did you see her smile?
Tyson Draper, a YouTuber, found himself in Maysville after visiting a friend nearby and wanted to help search for Suzanne. He ended up meeting her husband face to face.
So we've searched a 200-mile radius. What? Really? All of the mountains have been covered so far. But obviously, we're going to miss them.
In the video, Barry describes where Suzanne's bike was found off County Road 225 near their Maysville home and the condition it was in.
Destroyed or something. I don't know. I don't know the word he used, but he said that there was something wrong with the front wheel, and then he changed the subject and started going on to something else.
Barry also.
Yeah. So you see this little YouTuber, whoever he is, I don't even know who he is, that's up here talking, and he's saying, well, he changed the subject as soon as he started talking about the damaged wheel. Well, I mean, the fact is, I mean, even though he's sitting there talking to this dude, he's probably watching everything that he says, because so far he hasn't revealed anything that the public doesn't already know. So that's probably why he felt comfortable talking with this guy. If I'm Barry Morphew, right? If I'm Barry Morphew and I got a wife who's missing and I'm offering a cash money reward for her, for information leading to her coming home safely or whatever, I don't even know what the stipulations are of the reward. But if I've got this reward out and it means that much to me to find where my wife is, well, I'm going to talk to anybody who may come off as they might be helpful to locating locating or anything leading to the whereabouts of my wife. I'm going to be very, very passionate about trying to figure out anything I can. So I'm going to take any little help I can get, but I'm also going to watch what I say because there's an open investigation. I do not want to hinder the open investigation that is finding my missing wife. So to me, it's not suspicious in the slightest bit that this man says that this man is saying that he talked about a damaged wheel and then changed the subject real fast. To me, that's not suspicious in the slightest. He caught himself. He's like, I don't know if the public knows that just yet, which we didn't. We heard rumors, but we didn't know anything. So apparently, and I'm not hearing him say this on a recording either. So technically, it's still a rumor. Till I hear footage, till I see this come out of Barry Morphew's mouth, it's not fact that he said anything. So, but even if he did, to me, that sounds like this is a man who's trying to take any help that he can get while making a conscious effort to not hinder the investigation that is solely being conducted to bring his wife home safely. So that's how I feel about that.
Told Tyson where he was the day his wife vanished.
Having a job in Denver, and it's very out of the ordinary for him.
Barry didn't tell Tyson if or where he had searched that day. However, Tyson believes he saw Barry searching the day before.
He was wet, cold, and distraught, and it looked like he was out searching or doing something.
The closest homes to the Morphew property are vacation.
So this guy, he was out there, looked like he was searching or doing something. I mean, okay. What else would he be doing, man? What the hell are you trying to imply? That's so annoying to me, man. When people, they go and they have an opportunity to speak with this person who is been instructed by attorneys to not speak to anybody, probably been instructed by law enforcement as well to not speak to anybody. And here he is, and he has an opportunity to talk to this guy, this YouTuber, and he takes every opportunity. He's already got the narrative in his mind that Barry Morphew is guilty of what? Because we don't even know where she is. We don't have any indication of foul play. At least we don't. We don't know what law enforcement has, because we all know about Colorado law enforcement, don't we? Colorado law enforcement keeps things very, very, very tight. They keep things very, 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 very close to the vest, as they say. So, but come on, man. He was out there, looked like he was searching or something. Like, what's the or something, guy? What are you talking about? What? I don't know, man. People get on my nerves, dude, with that bullshit. Y'all know how I get about that bullshit.
Rentals and were empty at the time of her disappearance.
I was quite shocked at how liberal he was with this information, like one theory after another. And I was trying.
Okay. So he's shocked. He's shocked that this guy is being open with him and talking with him. I mean, he's desperate. I mean, I don't even know if that's the case. Maybe he did do something. I don't know. But how shitty is it to jump to the conclusion that he did? So I don't understand that, man. I don't understand how he's sitting there and he's like, I'm shocked at how liberal he was with this information. Like, dude, he's liberal with information that if you're a halfway decent YouTuber that covers true crime cases, well, then you already had that information. You'll know that that's public info. That's already made public, everything that this guy's telling you. And when he's sitting there, when a desperate husband is sitting there spouting out theories, that means he's desperate. He's throwing out a net, trying to catch whatever. He's thinking out loud. He's scared.
Trying to process it all in the moment. Like, what's going on? Like, why is this guy? I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. He's telling me all this stuff, and I don't really know why. I thought at some point he would just stop and say, well, who are you? And, that's kind of the gist of it. What do you think? But it was just, he was just on a.
Maybe he thought you were one of the hundreds of people that were out searching for you, shitbag. Maybe he thought that you could be helpful in locating his missing wife that he has no answers for, that nobody has any answers for, you jackass.
On a roll, and I really didn't say much.
There are signs in the area of surveillance cameras, and deputies asked people to keep video 2 days before and 2 days after May 10th. Investigators have not released any video or information about who saw Suzanne last.
It's kind of a passion of mine, to help people and to get out there and try to find clues and things like that. So that
is it. It's a passion of yours to get out there and help people and help them find clues, when the best possible clue, the best possible source of clues, according to your narrative that you've already decided on, is sitting there talking to you openly, and all you're doing is sitting there saying, this is weird. This is weird. I don't understand. Why is this person talking to me so much? It doesn't make any sense. It's a passion of yours to be what? Ignorant?
That was it.
Detectives tell me they had to obtain a second search warrant to return to the Morphew property on July 9th. That isn't easy to do without probable cause. What they were looking for and what was found is yet to be revealed. Hopefully, it will lead to Suzanne Morphew.
I hope that Suzanne is found alive. We are going to hold out hope no matter what.
Bless that whole family and everybody, and hope they do get out.
Now, y'all know that just got on my nerves, right? Y'all know that just pissed me off, right? We're gonna hold out hope. We're all praying for Suzanne, and we're gonna hold out hope while we just jump to the conclusion that her husband's guilty of doing something with her. Fucking prick.
Because that's terrible.
Only the family has confirmed that the bike was found, not law enforcement. The Chaffee County Sheriff says they haven't discounted any scenario and they have not formally eliminated anyone from suspicion. To date, more than 600 tips have been called in. The sheriff says someone has that key piece of information in this case that will help locate Suzanne. If you want to learn more about Suzanne, check out the first part of our special report on our website, fox21news.com, guys.
Still many questions. Thank you, Lauren.
So here we are. It's been 2 months, and then the best thing that we got is this dipshit with a camera. This I won't go there because that's not that'd be a cheap shot, but this guy, I got no problem taking cheap shots at this guy because he's taking cheap shots at Barry. And he's got, okay, great. Once if he's arrested and there's overwhelming evidence that leads to his arrest, all right, cool, man. Sit up here all day long. Now he's still got to be convicted in a court of law. He still has to be found guilty either by plea or a jury has to find him guilty in a court of law. Until then, he's innocent. But I mean, we have common sense, right? We have common sense. Those of us who follow these types of cases, right? But the thing is, though, with this case, with this particular case, we don't have anything that's going to indicate that this man is guilty of any crime. We just don't. We have the old lady who, for all we know, we don't know anything about her. But for all we know, struggles with dementia, doesn't know the difference between dreaming and being awake. I mean, could be that she's totally got all her marbles. Could be. That'd be great. I hope she does. She could be very alert. She seemed very alert in the interview. And so she's probably telling the truth. Maybe there was construction happening on the site where Barry Morphew's maybe a loud machine had gotten turned on and was being used on Barry Morphew's contracted construction site that is near her residence. So that doesn't mean that there was anything involving Suzanne happening there. There's nothing to indicate that, other than the fact that it's a site that Barry Morphew's company contracts. Okay. Maybe somebody left the keys in one of the machines and there were some drunk teenagers messing around, decided to cut it on, start playing with it. I mean, who knows? Maybe Barry went out there to blow off some steam. Nah, I mean, that's ridiculous. But I'm saying you don't know anything. You have no idea. Right now, we're just in a place where there's just nothing but a bunch of hearsay. And we never heard the words mountain lion come out of Barry Morphew's mouth. We don't know the context of which he said that. We don't know if it was in the middle of him sitting there and going, maybe it was this, maybe it was that, maybe it was that. I don't know. I just want to know what happened to my wife. Oh, hold on. All Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Rosalind, I don't have any contact information for you, but I just sent Robbie the link to that. So I'm not. I think of all the cases so far. I mean, why haven't we learned from this the first time? That's what I want to know. Why haven't we learned from this from Shane Carey? Why haven't we learned this from the Shane Carey case? Why are we jumping? Why it's crazy to me that just solely based on the fact that most of the time it's the significant other in these types of cases, right? But to me, that's not even remotely enough, because contrast to that is they're the ones suffering the most from this loved one being missing. But it seems like we just don't care. It seems like we just throw that right out the window. We're just like, who cares about that? This is more interesting. Accusing someone or saying we're not accusing someone and then saying every other possible way to accuse them out loud is just more interesting. It just makes for better YouTube. It makes for, I mean, come on, man. Why do we have to? Why are we not keeping in mind that these people are suffering? Most likely. See, when I look at a human being, when I look at another human being, I'm naturally looking at the side of them that is more likely to grieve for the loss of a loved one or worry about a missing loved one, rather than start to think that they had something to do with their death. Or, my brain doesn't go there. You know what I'm saying? If I go to work and a coworker, well, that's an unfair thing, but okay, a coworker that I've never even spoken to, let's put it that way. So if I go to work and and a coworker comes up to me and says, "Hey, did you hear about Bob over here in HR? Did you hear that his wife died?" I'm not going to go, "Did Bob kill her?" That's not the first thing that comes to my head. I go, "Damn it, that's terrible. Oh my God, that's awful. Poor Bob. I don't even know the guy." So I don't understand the logic. Just because it's on TV, all of a sudden there's somebody to play games, play little armchair detective games in your head. Like there's some just pawn in your little game of trying to figure out and figure out what if it was Professor Plum with a candlestick. It's ridiculous. These are people, man. And lest we forget, in this little news clip, they said it just right here. In this little news clip, they sat there and they said that there were summer homes surrounding the area where her bike was found, but it was dismissed because those summer homes were empty. They weren't being used. Dude, how is that dismissed? Because if it's not somebody who knows Suzanne that had anything to do with her disappearance, then it's got to be perfect freaking stranger. It's got to be somebody who didn't know her, somebody who just saw her on her bike and picked her up, right? Which is honestly the first thing that I thought of. I don't know if it's true or not, but it makes sense to me. She's out there on her bike. She doesn't have her phone because she wants to hear the sounds of nature. If I'm riding my bike in Colorado, I might want to hear some music, but I am also just as inclined to go, you know what? I'm in Colorado. This is beautiful. I want to be one with God and everything around me. So it's not suspicious to me that she didn't take her phone. So, and I don't even know if that's even true. I don't even know if that's even 100% true, whether or not she took her phone. But that's not suspicious to me at all. And as far as the summer homes go, or as far as those holiday homes, those rental homes that people own and then they rent them out, kind of like a timeshare type deal, right? They're seasonal homes and nobody was in them. Why is it so hard to believe that anybody would put together the idea of squatting in one of these homes when they know that nobody's there? Guys, when we went over my friend Colton Harris Moore's case, when we talked about him, he was known, and I don't like using, but it applies to what I'm saying, during his Barefoot Bandit days many, many years ago. This was one of the things he would do. He would break into these homes and he would help himself to what's in the fridge. He would nap. It's not uncommon for people to do these things. It's not uncommon for people to squat in these homes when they know that nobody's going to be coming home. It's not uncommon at all. So why isn't this mentioned whenever we're discussing this case? Because everybody wants the most dramatic outcome. That's what people want, man. Everybody wants the most dramatic outcome of one of these cases. Justice, distant second from having the most possible dramatic outcome. People want a trial. They want to tune into their TV and they want a trial. They don't want the person who is accused of the crime to plead guilty. They want a trial, right? So people don't want to find out that some nobody who happened to be drifting through town and found a nice, quiet, out of the way town, probably running from the law. They don't want to find out that some nobody with no name, no loved ones, somebody they'll forget about in a couple weeks. They don't want to find out that it was them who was responsible for this person's disappearance that we've been talking about for months. That's not entertaining. There's no pizzazz in that. There's no glitter on that. That's boring. It's exciting when it's the husband. It's exciting when it's the person who is likely missing that person the most. And here we are 2 months later, and we don't have any answers, guys. I mean, but again, I have, through experience on following these cases, I have my faith. I have my faith in Colorado law enforcement. CBI always comes through. CBI always comes through. And it's their style to keep things very, very close to the vest. It's very much their style to do that. So let's try and be patient, guys. Let's try and be patient. Let's keep hope alive that Suzanne Morphew comes home safely. Let's hope that Barry Morphew is missing her 150 times more than any of us ever could even imagine doing. Let's hope that she is brought back to her family safely, soundly. Let's hope that she's maybe, who knows, man. Let's just hope that she's safe. You know what I hope? I hope that that she can that she ran off and she's doing God knows what, so I can rip her a new one here on this channel. That's what I really hope. I hope that this is all some crazy scheme on her end, and I get to tear her apart on here. That's what I really hope, to be perfectly honest. Because this way we know she's okay. This way we know she's okay, and then it becomes, you know, after that it becomes a family issue, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. But I really hope that she's okay. I really, truly do. So, guys, I'm going to keep this one a real short one, okay? But if you guys remember my my friend's case, my friend Sean's case, his adopted mother, Martha Ann McClancy, who was convicted of murdering and conspiring to commit murder with her boyfriend Chuck, whatever the fuck, I forgot his name. His guy's a jackass. But they conspired to murder Bob McClancy, who was at one point my friend Sean's stepdad. So she has appealed her case. And I'm going to be doing something. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing, but it will be Sean and I talking about this case once again. And he will be joining me. It might be on someone else's channel. It might be on this one, but I will let you guys know in enough time. And in the meantime, if you're not familiar with this case, I want you to set your DVRs, okay? Set your DVRs on accident, suicide, or murder on Oxygen, 7 p.m. Eastern, Saturday. They will be talking about that case. Sean will be interviewed on that particular episode. Make sure that you guys set your DVRs and watch that. That's this coming Saturday at 7 p.m. on Oxygen, and it is called Accident, Suicide, or Murder. And also, the Dateline episode that he did, they will be re-airing the Dateline episode on August 8th. That's the set day, but it's in the air. The producers of Dateline told Sean that they're not sure. That's the set day that they have now, but it's subject to possible change due to whatever the ratings of upcoming sports that are coming up, the NBA, the NHL. I think he specified the NHL. No, Caleb, I've never ever watched anything on Oxygen in my life. It just so happens that they'll be talking about Sean's case and what his involvement in that case was. And I'm telling you guys, it is an insane case. For those of you who don't remember, I don't even recommend going back and listening to the lives that I did on it, because I was such a newbie. I had no idea what I was doing. The sound was terrible. I had a terrible mic. It was just bad. I don't recommend you guys going back and listening to that. If you have the patience for it, right on, do so. But you will be caught up on the details of this case. And you can actually look up its public record, and it's not hard to find. If you Google Martha Ann McClancy, the entire court documents of her appeal show up there, and it gives you a full rundown of what took place as far as that investigation goes. So, and I'm sorry if you don't have cable. You know what you can do? You could also get there's Sling. If you have internet, then you can get Sling. But I will hopefully you guys will watch that, and we can talk about it. But again, I will be talking about it with Sean, whether it's here or someone else's channel that has not been put and set in stone just yet. But count on me talking with Sean about this, and you guys being able to interact with us as we do so. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm going to call it. I'm going to relax. Find something else to watch. I don't know. I guess, like I said, I didn't want to keep this one a long one, but I really wanted to hang out with you guys a little bit because I miss you guys a lot, and I really appreciate all the support. And hold on. Yeah, Bang Bang Kiss Kiss 007. Sling is like an app that you can watch live television on. So if you guys got nothing to do, Saturday night at 7, then check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. I hope so. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch Oxygen. But hopefully we'll see. Anyways, guys, thanks so much. I really appreciate you. And we will do this again very, very soon, my friends.